G'day and welcome to episode 188 of Trent365. Today is Wednesday the 6th of June and greetings from Dubai for one more day. I want to talk today about brand integrity versus brand growth because I've just read an article about how Marriott have now announced some plans to refresh the Sheraton brand. Many of you will know, of course, that Marriott bought the Starwood hotel chain and Sheraton is a brand within that chain. And it's a brand that in many ways has kind of lost its direction a little bit over the years, and the brand standards haven't really been clear and certainly haven't been maintained in a lot of cases. Marriott, of course, has realized this and committed to a brand refresh. What that means is that the hotel owners are going to have to commit to a pretty big spend and investment to bring their hotels up to standard. And this is always the challenge with hotel brands, especially those that don't own the properties, which most don't these days, is that the owners need to commit to the investment. You can create all the new brand standards you like, but when it comes to implementing those and paying for those, it's the hotel owner, the property owner, that has to invest in them. And of course, some of them just aren't prepared to do it. Well, what Marriott has said now is that if the owners don't agree to the changes, if they don't agree to the upgrades essentially, then they're free to choose another brand from within the Marriott group, one of the other hotel brands they have, or frankly leave Marriott altogether, which is a pretty strong statement. They're basically saying, get up to standard or get out. And I think at some point every brand needs to make that decision. Certainly growth is an important thing in the early days, and to do that sometimes we're a little bit flexible with the standards that we require. And in the early stages of a brand development, it's all about getting more flags in the ground, opening more doors. But there comes a time when your brand just gets damaged or weakened by people or products or properties that just aren't up to standard. So I think it's an interesting question for all of us to ask in our business. Where are we at on our brand growth cycle? Are we at the point where we can afford to be flexible, or do we now need to start toughening up and saying, get with the program or get out? Where's your brand at? That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe on iTunes, Google Play Store, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. Listen along on Alexa, or just follow along in the social streams. And I'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.